So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Power, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2021. Thanks, Bob. After 13 years of being a proud Spring Forward Ram, my connection to this school runs deep. My position as the fifth of 6 kids, all of us students here, has allowed me to experience almost every facet of our school in some aspect. The Spring Forward community has never been anything but a source of relentless support, kindness, and encouragement. It is a community that has watched me grow, helped me to grow, and one I am saddened to be leaving. Of all my time here, I can say with full confidence that our senior year has been one to remember. These past few months have been quite the experience, forcing each one of us to find our own path through a situation that nobody was prepared for. When it seemed like there was no feasible way forward, we found ways to persevere. And despite every unforeseen wrench thrown into our plans, we have finally made it to today. We will always be able to look back on this evening as a unifying point, a point for us to feel connection to each other. All of our paths will trace back to our time at Springford, and from here we will go off in every direction conceivable. As newly minted Springford alumni, success is ingrained into us, and we will continue to succeed wherever we end up. Big successes like starting the next billion-dollar company, becoming a world-renowned athlete, or making life-changing discoveries may be a little more rare, but we have learned to gain fulfillment from the smallest of victories. That is the true secret to success. Being able to feel content from seemingly inconsequential things, like a gym class game of badminton that maybe gets a little too intense, or when you randomly get a coupon for free coffee from Wawa, telling so many bad jokes that the laughs turn to eye rolls, or eating your mom's freshly baked banana bread, and the million other little things that happen every day that can bring us so much joy if we let them. I wholeheartedly believe that each and every one of us will thrive in our lives post-high school if we continue to appreciate the supposedly trivial things that bring smiles to our faces. Despite the constant presence of these little triumphs, we will also face an abundance of failures. We might fail a few assignments, completely trip over our words during an important presentation, or tell a funny story that for some reason no one else finds funny. We will make at least 1,000,000 mistakes, but that is nowhere near a bad thing. Take a moment and think back to all the mistakes you've made and how each one somehow resulted in your being here tonight. Think about all the laughable anecdotes and life lessons that came out of those mistakes and try to imagine how much harder you'll laugh and how much more you'll learn from all the mistakes that are waiting to be made. And that is truly all I can say with absolute certainty. We will succeed. We will fail, and we'll find ways to fill the time in between. This fraction in time, our graduation, definitely counts towards the success category. We were hit with the most unexpected senior year ever, and we pushed through. As we cross this stage and receive our diplomas, we are not crossing a finish line. We have successfully reached this milestone, but we are not stopping here. This is a moment for us to pause and reflect. A moment to feel pride in ourselves and faith in our potential. A moment to say goodbye to the place and people that have been our home for so long as we move on to our next great adventures. For the duration of this ceremony, we pause, but this is nowhere near the end of our stories, only the very beginning. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Faculty, soon-to-be graduates, friends, and our families here in the stands, or the folks streaming from home, hoping for the video not to buffer when their graduate walks across the stage. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeffrey Bright. Throughout my time here as a K-12 student at Springford, I've become acquainted with the many facets of our school. I've been a scholar, a wrestler, a volunteer, and most importantly, a student. This may come as a surprise to many of you, but I feel as though I can relate to every student sitting in this crowd in some way. That's why I'd like to use this unique opportunity to cross the threshold of our differences and share my beliefs about what unites us. The class of 2021 has lived through what may be the defining moment of our generation. We've seen death on the scale of millions worldwide to an enemy we cannot see with the naked eye. We've seen patriots die defending our public institutions, and we've smelled the pungent winds of political and social change breeze through our country. No class has had to fight harder, sacrifice more, or conjure greater resolve for their education than the class of 2021, the class sitting before me here today. While this certainly was a group struggle, let's not discount our individual struggles too. We all know the stories of classmates not adapting to the monumental shift of a virtual setting. We all can attest to the odd nature of trying to learn with a crying baby or screaming younger sister at home, or our glasses fogging up in class. We all may have had a little too much time to muse over ourselves. This period in our lives has muddied the water, obscured the path, and disillusioned our once thought realities and beliefs. But you know this. We all know this. So what is it that I have to say to you today? What is it that I realized about Springford during this crisis? The ancient Greeks are famous for their concept of the city-state. The city-state envisions a model of governance and society that is formed around a citizen-soldier locality. Each and every man would bear arms when it came time to. The Greek term for city-state is polis. The word polis, at a glance, directly translates to city-state, but do not be fooled. Polis is not a place or a thing or anything of the physical nature. It's more ethereal. It's an instilled culture and belief that permeates within a community. It's the collective desire to help one another and to recover from tragedy, to mourn together, to flourish together. The Springford community has our campuses. We have our cafeterias, our football games, and our classrooms. It's my opinion that the absence of these things this year, some of which near define our community, has not diminished it. This crisis has cemented my belief that Springford is not a place, but a people. Our shift to online learning has demonstrated the fact that every single educator, staff member, and student are an intertwined, unshakable, moving body of spirit and soul barreling through space and time together, all hailing from the blue and gold. Our versatility to our present moment can be likened to that citizen soldier, equipping his armor and spear for the battle ahead. Instead, we grab our paper and pencil, or our Chromebook and maybe a coffee, ready to adapt at any moment. This class is connected to one another in a way unmatched by previous classes, bonded through universal hardship and united with a common purpose, to simply continue learning. Springford is a polis. You can move us anywhere, inflict anything on us, give us any challenge, and we will still prevail as one collective Springford. I have one last thing to say to you, class of 2021. This is not the last great challenge we'll face in our lives, but one of many. So, I urge all of you, parents and graduates, wherever you go, the military, college, or the workforce, to find your polis. They will push you through the tough times and propel you to the good. And I know this because I spent this year with the class of 2021 behind me every step of the way, and you have too. When a tree undergoes the stress of growing, you can see the growth ring in its cross-section. Well, I suspect that it's much the same of one of my fellow graduates. We'd see they got a little bigger, a little stronger, and their hearts a lot larger. In your years ahead, meet every challenge you face with the gallant fortitude displayed and fostered by this community and its triumph over our current challenge. Fellow graduates, let us set forth on this next journey in our lives together. Thank you, class of 2021.
Good evening. On behalf of the Springford Area School District staff, administration, and board of directors, I sincerely congratulate each and every one of you on your commencement this evening. For the past 13 years, you have been afforded an opportunity that you will never have again. To prepare for your future, you have been exposed to outstanding programs and educators and have been able to do so in a friendly, safe environment. It is our hope that you have been provided the educational and social foundations to enable all of you to find the personal successes to which you aspire. Throughout this time, there is no doubt you have experienced numerous highs and lows. During your junior and senior years, you faced adversity no one could have imagined. Despite the adversity, Springford Area School District has provided the framework to enable all of you to prosper, regardless of what lies ahead. Alden Mills, former Navy SEAL, author, and entrepreneur, stated, "You are only as strong as the adversity you have overcome, and that struggle builds strength." When faced with adversity, we lean on those we love, we affirm what we value, and we often realize nothing is guaranteed. Continue to focus on your values, pursue what fills your heart, and take a moment to show thanks through your words and actions. The last 15 months have impacted your high school career in inconceivable ways. The Springford Polis, our community, has been impacted, faced adversity. But tonight, together, we celebrate you, the class of 2021. Having had the opportunity to see you respond, grow, and overcome what at times seemed insurmountable adversity, I am completely confident that you will come out of this experience stronger and better prepared for what lies ahead. Class of 2021, I commend you for your collective spirit of perseverance and persistence, which has been an impressive attribute that will significantly affect how you respond to life's challenges. As you prepare to depart, don't allow this moment in time to define you or your future. Remain resilient, steadfast, and persistent in pursuit of your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2021. This evening, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing a special group of individuals. As is our tradition, we have invited the 50th year reunion class to join us for our commencement ceremonies. Seated to my left, just inside the track, are the attending members from the class of 1971. Members of the class of 1971, please stand and be recognized, and welcome back. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Barry Schaefer, President of the Spring-Ford Alumni Association, to make two special presentations. Mr. Schaefer.
I offer my greetings from the Spring-Ford Alumni Association and congratulations to the class of 2021. As president of the Spring-Ford Alumni Association, I'm here tonight to recognize two distinguished alum who, like you, have graduated from Spring-Ford. These two individuals followed their dreams and made a significant impact in their profession, their community, and their nation. The Spring-Ford Alumni Association has established a Spring-Ford Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame. That is presented yearly during commencement exercises. This year's recipients will receive a plaque, and a duplicated plaque will be placed in the hallway across from the auditorium and gymnasium entrance in the high school. Our first recipient this year is Mr. Barry Sankey, who graduated from Spring-Ford, the class of 1972. After graduating from Spring-Ford, Mr. Sankey continued his education at Temple University and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism and political science, cum laude class of the 1976. And while at Temple University, he was the news sports editor and managing editor for the Temple News for 4 years. After graduating from Temple University, Mr. Sankey became the sports writer for the Philadelphia Evening Bulletin and began his 30-plus years as a sports writer for the Pottstown Mercury. Many times throughout his career, he was called upon to write stories and report the Spring-Ford Reporter as well as the Evening Phoenix. And during his career, he received many awards for his outstanding journalism. He was awarded the Continental Who's Who for sports journalism many times and received the Keystone Press Award in 1988 and in 2008. He also received the Managing Editor Award in 2008, and then in 2010, he was the recipient of the Professional of the Year, America's Registry of Outstanding Professionals. Throughout his career, Mr. Sankey was on the Phoenixville Area District Sports Hall of Fame Committee, Board of Directors of the Beno Jacob Synagogue in Phoenixville, and was president of the Mercy Truth Synagogue in Pottstown for many years. Everyone knew Mr. Sankey because of the support he gave both for Phoenixville and the Spring City American Legion Baseball. For his dedication to his profession, his commitment to his community, and the pride he brought to the Spring-Ford Area School District, the Spring-Ford Alumni Association proudly presents the 2021 Spring-Ford Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame Award to Mr. Barry Sankey. Sadly, Mr. Sankey passed away this past year. Accepting the award posthumously for Mr. Sankey is his cousin, Mrs. Diane Fiddler. Our second recipient is Mr. Richard C. Pennypacker, who also graduated from Springford in the class of 1972. And while at Springford, Mr. Pennypacker was a three-sport athlete and was selected as an all-Chessmont football player both in his junior and senior year. In his senior year, he received the Larry Bach Memorial Award, and he earned a full football scholarship to the University of West Virginia. While at the University of West Virginia, Mr. Pennypacker played for the legendary coach Bobby Bowden and became a three-year varsity letter winner. And in 1975, as a starting football player, he played in the Peach Bowl championship game. After earning his Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education from the University of West Virginia in 1976, Mr. Pennypacker was hired as a teacher and a head football coach in the Pottsgrove Senior High School in the fall of 1976. He remained there at Pottsgrove for 42 years as a teacher and a coach. To this date, Coach Pennypacker is the winningest football coach in the PAC and the surrounding areas. To his credit, Coach Pennypacker has received the following coaching honors as a football coach: 9 PAC championships, 4 District 1 championships, 4 undefeated seasons, Coach of the Year numerous times by the Philadelphia and area media, 2-time District 1 Coach of the Year, and the Nike Class 3 PIAA Pennsylvania State Coach of the Year. Montgomery County Coaches Hall of Fame, a Trout County chapter of the Pennsylvania Hall of Fame, a Springford Wall of Fame, Philadelphia Charter College Hall of Fame honoree, Nick Pergine Memorial Award recipient, Pottsgrove School District Honor Roll, and named the Pottsgrove Football Stadium in his honor. Coach Pennypacker lives in the Springford community his whole life and married his high school sweetheart, Ann Weichel. All 3 of their children, Elizabeth, Ross, Matt, graduated from Springford High School. For his dedication to his profession, his commitment to his community, and the pride he brings to the Springford Area School District, the Springford Alumni Association proudly presents the 2021 Springford Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame Award to Coach Richard C. Pennypacker. Coach Pennypacker.
Wow, this is impressive. I want to thank the Springford Alumni Association and Barry Schaefer for this prestigious award. I am humbled and honored to stand here this evening, but please know that none of my successes would have been possible without the sacrifices made by my family. My wife, Ann, my daughter, Elizabeth, and our sons, Ross and Matthew. I am proud to say all of them have graduated from Springford, and my daughter, 25 years ago today, sat out there where you are. I have witnessed many commencements over my 42 years of teaching. I know there are 2 things that are on the graduate's mind: short speeches and getting that diploma. I will deliver on one of them. When one thinks of Springford, the word that always comes to mind is greatness. When I take a look at Springford today, compared to when I went to school, there is no comparison. This school community has given you the opportunity to be the best buildings, the best stadium, the best weight room, music and art facilities, the best gymnasium and auditorium, and the state-of-the-art classrooms. They have provided everything you need to be great. Although the facilities have changed, the most important element of Springford has never changed, and that is the administration, the teachers, and the students. Almost 50 years ago, I walked the halls of your present ninth grade center. That was our high school. The principals, teachers, and coaches back then inspired all of us to be great. We heard that word used all the time in the classroom and on the field. Be great. The names have changed. Names like Evans, Worley, Stippa, Syslov, Bainbridge, McNally have changed to Hughes and Rigner and McDaniel and Kohler and Green and Zapier and Brubaker. But one thing that has never changed is the grit, determination, and the commitment of the Springford teachers and students. That has never changed. And never has that been more evident in the class of 2021. Your legacy has been cemented in the history books of Springford High School. For 18 months, you have faced more adversity and more uncertainty than probably all the other classes combined. You lost many social activities and events that most students in the past have taken for granted. You had to wear a mask, learn virtually and hybrid, and socially distance yourself. You had little or no fans at sporting events and were forced to make numerous sacrifices. But most importantly, you lost the social interaction of your friends and classmates. That stress alone can cause a lot of anxiety. But through it all, you may have become one of the most accomplished and celebrated classes in the history of Springford. Girls state tennis champions, state runners-up in girls basketball, a state wrestling champion for the first time in the history of Springford, numerous district and PAC team and individual championships, national awards in art and music, state achievement in academics, and countless academic awards in all disciplines of learning. You have made everyone proud, and your achievements may never, ever be matched again. I am amazed, and I commend you for your accomplishments. But please be aware that greatness just doesn't happen. A lot of people had a part in getting you here this evening. Your administration, your teachers, and staff had to make a tremendous sacrifice for you during this pandemic. I cannot imagine the stress that was placed on them. I am sure you are very grateful and thankful to have such dedicated people in your high school, and hopefully they were able to inspire you to greatness. Never forget the sacrifices your parents and family have made for you. Their untiring efforts have led you to this evening. Please take a moment tonight to sincerely thank them. I know their proudest moment is about to happen when your name is called and you receive that diploma. I was once asked by a reporter what would be my legacy in life. He was shocked when I told him that my legacy in life will be my children and my grandchildren. I am sure your parents feel the same about you. Please continue to make them proud. General Douglas MacArthur once said that preparation is the key to success. Thanks to the administration and teachers of Springford, you are well prepared and have been given the tools to be successful. People have different definitions of success, but no matter what your definition is, there are two important factors that determine whether you are successful or not. Number one, a successful person never quits. Roadblocks and adversity will be in your way, but you must never, ever quit. Competition in every area will be great, and sometimes you will get knocked down. You must get up and continue to fight. The most important factor of any successful person is hard work. There is no substitute for this. Your work ethic will determine your success. I once heard a quote that I use many times with my football team. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Each of you are talented in some field and have a passion for something. Now work hard to reach your potential. In closing, I want to again thank the Alumni Association and all the people who made it possible for me to be on this stage tonight. Good luck to the class of 2021. Congratulations. And my greatest advice to you as you go through life, don't ever forget to call your mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pennypacker, and congratulations. Congratulations to the Sankey family as well on this recognition. At this time, I would like to invite your class president, Andrew Ram, to the podium to share his remarks and to make a special presentation.
Don't worry, class of 2021. I got here early and I made sure the speakers were actually working, just because we've never had the best of luck with those things. I would like to start by giving a big thank you to all the faculty and staff who made this all possible. I would love to further that praise to all the parents, guardians, siblings, friends, and any relatives of anyone here today. No matter if you served them at a local diner or cleaned up after them at lunch, or let them turn onto Lewis Road as they rush to school, thank you. All of these small steps help build a staircase to this exact place and time here at graduation. I can happily say we did not tap out when we were at our lowest points. We did not settle for mediocre, as we knew we were capable of phenomenal. And when it got down to the wire, we did not count our days, but made our days count. It's been a long 4 years. It feels like seconds, but when I look back, it feels like 4 years, full of ups and downs, first and last, and good and bad days. A lot of lefts and rights, but it's expected on the road to success. There were many days of high school where I would roll out of bed and see 6:40 on my alarm clock and think, maybe I should just stay home today. I find comfort in the fact that I wasn't alone in these thoughts. At least once, we've all questioned, what if I just don't go in today? Or, what if I don't turn that project in? And finally, what if I don't graduate? Well, as I stand here and look at you all here at graduation, my only response to these what ifs is a quote from philosopher and artist Kanye West. To these questions, I say, I guess we'll never know. One thing I do know is this may be the last time many of you hear from me in a direct sense. We will all be on our own paths after this ceremony, and communication won't be as easy as a stop in the hallways. Dunkin' runs before school and getting readers at sunset will have to be postponed until we're all in the same area code again. We won't be able to see each other every single day, but that's okay. I would like to take my time now, while I still have your eyes and ears, to thank you all for allowing me to be your president these past 4 years. The constant reminder that you guys actually voted me here put a lot of pressure on this speech. I knew I had to hit this hard, and I just knew mediocre wouldn't pass, especially not here at Springford. I reckon you're all probably wondering why I even took this speech to begin with. I think an even better question is, why wouldn't I? You cannot become the person you want to become unless you take the steps to get there. If you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're too afraid you don't have a YouTube personality, I think you're missing the point. Nobody is anything until they become it. Drake was never a rapper until he started rapping. Usain Bolt was never a runner until he started running. And Chadwick Boseman was never actually an actor until he picked up his first script. You can be whatever you want. You just have to take the action to get there. And if you're betting on yourself, completely double down. Don't get caught up in these maybe one day thoughts in your head and start putting action into day one efforts in your life. Scratch all and any plan Bs, because that just showed you were never actually committed to plan A. If you want it, you can have it. The world is yours for the taking. You'll find, though, surprisingly enough, the only person stopping you is the one in the mirror. That statement falls somewhere between extremely inspiring and mildly bittersweet, so take it as you want. Honestly, take this whole speech as you want. There's nothing I can say today that's going to put $1 million in your pockets. As much as we'd all love that, that's not how these things work. I don't wake up in the morning for you. I don't face your challenges. I don't clear a to-do list. That's your job. You have absolute and full control over the way your life pans out. You can't control what life throws at you. You can always control how you take it. You can't control the weather. You can always bring an umbrella. And whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right either way. I hope that your time spent here inspires you to continue to be the best person you can be. As I reminisce on conversations I had in Mr. Loomis's freshman year history to my first senior year Zoom call, I remember feeling this day would never actually come. If you're hearing this, it's not too late. It's never the wrong time to do the right thing, and you can always live your life the way you want. Get to know the person in the mirror. Figure out what they want, because surprisingly enough, they know you better than anybody else does. Start that podcast, explore that passion, and if you've been longing to dye your hair blonde, go do it. The world is astronomically big, and life's way too short to try and be someone you're not. I cannot speak on your paths as I do not walk it. But please don't fall into the mindset that you have to be limited. If you look up and you feel like your ceiling is just a little bit too low, just step outside. One commonality we all have is finite time. At the same time, we have infinite possibilities. Time spent smiling is never time wasted. That's a quote from my grandma, and for an 85-year-old woman, she's the busiest lady I know. Life is art, so live one like Pablo Picasso. Be the good kid, even if you're surrounded by a mad city. And when all eyes are on you, you can always be the rose that grows from concrete. I look forward to seeing what you all do and what directions you go in, as I've been blessed to watch your success stories these past years. Take care. And remember, not to spend too much time in the mirror. Though self-reflection is good, there's only one person in the mirror. And life's about being bigger than yourself. Congratulations, my class of 2021. Your comfort zone will kill you. Strive for impeccable to achieve the impossible. Thank you. Love you. At this time, it is my pleasure to pass the keys of the school to the class president of the class of 2022, Matt Ricca.
Thank you, Andrew. I respectfully accept these keys on the behalf of the junior class. The class of 2021 has impressed us with the tremendous talents they possess in a variety of areas. They have exhibited artistic, athletic, and academic skills of great magnitude. We wish you all the very best and will work hard to live up to the standards that you have set for us. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Matt, and best of luck as you lead the class of 2022. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Colleen Zazowski, current school board president of the Springford Area School District. Mrs. Zazowski.
Thank you, Dr. Collier. And hello, Springford graduates, proud parents, family, teachers, administration, all faculty, alumni, community members, and fellow board members. My name is Colleen Zazowski, and I stand before you today as the current president of the Springford School Board, and also as a proud parent of a member of Springford's graduating class of 2021. And despite the chaos caused by the pandemic this year and the ample opportunities I have had to address all of you, this will, without a doubt, be the most difficult speech of my time here. So I do ask you to please bear with me. I thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today as we celebrate the resiliency, strength, and great accomplishments of each member of the class of 2021. Graduates, there are many inspirational quotes and words of wisdom that can be shared at graduation. I have chosen to share the following in hopes that something will ring true for each and every one of you. To begin, what you have built at Springford is your foundation. You have already and will continue to climb mountains and overcome adversity, using and relying on the strength of your foundation. How you conduct yourselves along the way with grace and civility will define who you are. When deciding on your next steps, a job, career, further education, build on your foundation and find your purpose. Purpose crosses all disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are here at this moment in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things that you need to fulfill. So no matter which path you choose, remember the struggles, failures, and triumphs along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. In paraphrasing Judy Chu at Columbia, everyone is scared. What's going to set you apart is how you deal with that fear and how you power through it. With your relentless determination, fortitude, and tenacity, transfer all of that nervous energy into courage. Courage to try, to take chances, to face failure. Courage to ask questions, to explore opportunities, to travel in different directions. I believe that everything we do is with the intent to do it well. Give it your best effort. The pandemic pulled the curtain back on a hard truth. All those adults that you used to think we knew what we were talking about, we didn't, and we still don't. So we ask you to ask questions in your life. Ask questions with kindness and respect, and be agents of change to make the world a better place for all. Change comes slowly at first, and then all at once. What matters is your readiness for that moment of revelation, challenge, or opportunity. Be willing and prepared to walk through a new door as it opens, or by your own power and purpose, open that door. Open this door here today on your graduation. Paraphrasing one editor at the Boston Globe, look for heroes not on the silver screen, or on a pedestal, but rather at eye level and within reach. The people in your life who have been afraid but have done the right thing anyway. People who show you by example how to be bold and brave. You can be a hero whenever you choose, whoever you are, and wherever you go, without being perfect. The future is uncertain. I challenge you to find what you love and get good at it. Competence is very much valued in this day and age. And trust your gut. Oprah recently remarked that every right decision she has ever made has come from her gut. And every wrong decision that she has ever made was made as a result of not listening to that inner voice. Simply put, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. In closing, I say this to you. Opportunity comes packaged in many different boxes, and it often shows up unexpectedly. The sender is history, and unlike Amazon, no returns are accepted. Once the package is opened, you accept the gift and embrace the demands attached to it. So take your box, build on your spring-forward foundation, find your purpose, power through your fear, open new doors, ask questions, be bold, brave, kind, and respectful. Trust your gut and live your best life. Finally, and according to the weekend's lyrics, save your tears for another day. Today is a day of great celebration because you did it. On behalf of the entire Spring Forward School Board, congratulations, class of 2021, and best of luck in all of your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mrs. Zazowski. Mr. Rizzo, please join me at the podium. Mr. Rizzo, all the students seated before you this evening have met and passed all of the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Spring Forward Board of School Directors and are certified to receive a Spring Forward Area High School diploma. Mr. Rizzo, I present to you the class of 2021.
Good evening. I have the distinct honor of being the last speech before you get to walk. Enjoy it. Good evening, graduates, families and friends, school board members, faculty, and staff. I am honored to be here this evening to say a few words to the class of 2021. Congratulations on achieving the honor of calling yourselves graduates of the Spring Forward Area School District. While your path in the last few years looked vastly different than any other graduating class, what is clear is that you possess the tenacity to see your journey through to the end. Tonight marks the culmination of 13 years of work, effort, and commitment. In your 13 years, you have worked hard, exercised patience, developed lifelong friendships, experienced joy, experienced sadness, persevered, and through it all, began to grow into the fine humans we know that you will become. For you, however, tonight really isn't a celebration of the end, but rather a beginning. For some of you, your path is set. For others, maybe it isn't quite so clear. Many of you have been inspired to sprint forward into the next phase of your life. Some are still waiting for that inspiration. Regardless of your situation, know that you are young, and not knowing every step of your path, or even which is the first step, is absolutely okay. You are starting a new journey. You will make mistakes. You will not be perfect. You will experience frustration, fear, successes, failures, and joy. Focus on the joy. Remember the joy. Life will get hard. Find and always remind yourself of joy in whatever form that takes for you. As you continue your journey, you will work with many different people. You will experience many different opportunities. You will assimilate the positive characteristics of the people you meet and the experiences you have. You will discard the less desirable ones. Through that process, you will become more and more unique. You will constantly experience change. You will constantly go through trials and challenges. Don't lose who you are and what brings you joy. Success is not about where you land. It's about how you get there. Someday you will look back upon your life, and when you do, my hope for you is that you are proud of your journey, treated people well along the way, and always remembered to find your joy. I am proud of you. I am proud to be able to say that you are my first graduating class. I'm excited to learn more of your continued journey. Congratulations, graduating seniors of the class of 2021.
Elizabeth Marlene Power.
Jeffrey Miles Bright.
Samantha Acker.
Jason W. Adelown.
Emily Rose Adams.
Brendan R. Ainscoe.
Nakia Adams.
O'Day Saeed Al-Shamani.
Eva Grace Agabegi.
Tyler J. Alessandroni.
Grace Albertson.
Joshua Jacob Amit.
Bryn Leslie Anthony.
Timothy Kyle Anderson.
Jonna L. Ashanti.
Holden LeBeau Anthony.
Julia Lynn Gadsby.
Christopher Victor Lawton.
Riley Elizabeth Sullivan.
Kyle Anthony Campo.
McKenna C. Maloney.
Owen Cooper Wright.
Isabella Nicole Aversano.
Nicholas Robert Ashley.
Mara Rayanne Baker.
Echo Afiakwa Asomaning.
Ava Nicole Balkowitz.
Ryan Joseph Bachman.
Jada R. Baker.
Grayson Michael Batesel.
Ava Nicole Balkowitz.
Brendan Finnegan Bagansky.
Abby May Banks.
Christopher W. Barr.
Grace Bannon.
Liam Baker.
Alina Danielle Kylie Benuelos.
Anthony Allen Bamford.
Madison Helene Barber.
Brenton Thomas Barkley.
Caitlin Olivia Tran.
Andrew James Barr.
Kaylee Nicole Smith.
Brandon J. Barrett.
Samaz Sydney Barnett.
William J. Bean.
Catherine Ann Bates.
Derek Beechin.
Sydney Reese Beccaria.
Kyle Stanley Bennick.
Rachel Patrice Beck.
Quinn Marcel Bennett.
Emma Lee Bergman.
Ryan James Beppel.
Alana Ray Berkebile.
James M. Black.
Brianna Marie Berry.
Jake Michael Blell.
Haley Nicole Bing.
Evan Christopher Blell.
Zoe R. Bluestone.
Thomas Andrew Bodenschatz.
Amelia Nicole Bohr.
Gregory Maxwell Bolton.
Bryn A. Borzillo.
Eamon D. Brennan.
Abigail H. Boyer.
Mason William Brill.
Kayla Breslow.
Joseph Noel Brogan.
Sophia Bronico.
Joshua Brown.
Sydney Marie Brown.
Charles Joseph Buckley.
June Marie Brum.
Andrew Burns.
Kelly Marie Buckley.
Kenneth J. Butler.
Kira Mary Byers.
Nicholas John Cagliola.
Kelly Burns.
James Philip Covello.
Maria Catherine Caldereo.
Ashton Ellis Camacho.
Reese Callahan.
Nathan Isaiah Capers.
Abigail Beth Calvert.
Ethan Capitola.
Taylor Marie Campbell.
Augustus Salvatore Carfagno.
Allison Rochelle Campion.
Andrew J. Carlin.
Madison Page Can.
Cole Casamento.
Devin Nicole Carlisle.
Edan Isaac Castile.
Julie Ann Carlisle.
Brandon Chai.
Madeline Rose Carson.
Gaurav Chawla.
Cameron Lee Case.
Cooper Matthew Chestnut.
Jessica E. Casey.
Benjamin Mark Chevrier.
Autumn A. Cathcart.
Joseph Chilano Jr.
Jameson R. Cathers.
Justin Thomas Shimilevsky.
Tharim Naab Chaudhry.
Anthony Joseph Siliberto.
Hannah R. Chilcote.
Shane Cleary.
Juliana Elise Christie.
Andrew F. Cole.
Sarah Elizabeth Silbulski.
Matthew M. Cole.
Caitlin P. Sereno.
Daniel Luke Coleman.
Lauren Annette Colasanti.
Aiden Michael Coletti.
Lisbeth Colin Garcia.
Austin Thomas Coletti.
Alicia Violet Rose Collins.
Maxwell Joseph Lawrence Collins.
Marissa Lynn Collins.
Nasir Emmanuel Cook.
Christine Elaine Collins.
Jacob Richard Karopolis.
Christine Colucci.
Colin Wesley Andrew Crooms.
Leah Marie Kaminsky.
Andrew Lucas Kubler.
Bridget E. Conant.
Kyle Culp.
Emily M. Cook.
Michael J. Cunningham.
Adria Lee Cooper.
Ryan Michael Curtis.
Alyssa Marie Corpeles.
Xavier A. Cushman.
Hannah Ray Cresswell.
Jacob B. Deeney.
Meredith Amanda Criswell.
Austin Lane DeFreitas.
Cecilia Marie Cruz.
Nicholas Eli Demopoulos.
Gabrielle G. Cruz.
Alexander A. Denny.
Amina Zakaya Koskut.
Jack David Denny.
Keely Bryce Curcio.
Thomas James DeRosa.
Olivia Lynn Dankinich.
Paul O'Brien D. Simone.
Carly Margaret D'Antonio.
Lake Dayock.
Hadley J. Davis.
Nicholas B. Denena.
Lindsay Ann Dieter.
Timothy Joseph DeRusso.
Gianna Bella DeJesus.
Michael Dobson.
Francesca Rose DeMito.
Dylan J. Ducharme.
Juliana Nicole DePaulo.
Matthew Lloyd Dunn.
Julia Marie Depro.
Samuel Durante.
Carly Hoffman DeSantis.
Nicholas George Eichhoff.
Alyssa Nicole Diana.
Austin M. Elliott.
Sophia Marie DiBattista.
Jake Allen Elverson.
Lily Dixon.
Andrew Erb.
Brooke Arlene Donahue.
Samuel J. Exeter.
Madison Sage Doyle.
Robert Jacob Fair.
Alicia Nicole Dozer.
Jason Faust.
Maya Lane Dugan.
Michael James Fink.
Alexa Maya Dunn.
Alexander W. Fink.
Desiree Aaliyah Deichis.
Corey David Fiore.
Jordan Elizabeth Edwards.
Andrew David Fisher.
Trista Ello.
Dejan Ramdeen St. Aubin Francis.
Avery Ella Embry.
Gabriel John Flad.
Kylie Esham.
Owen Z. Flynn.
Sadie Malin Estrada.
John Frederick France IV.
Jalen Ezek.
Zachary Fry.
Claire Falcone.
Christopher Andrew Fryer.
Gabrielle Michelle Fazio.
Hunter W. Galloway.
Catherine Grace Fazzini.
Nolan M. Gankus.
Keegan Rachel Felon.
Zachary J. Gerhard.
Corinne Nicole Furco.
Chase M. Gleason.
Shelby Elizabeth Files.
Benjamin Richard Goldberg.
Haley A. Fiorentino.
Cameron D. Goldsmith.
Laura L. Fisher.
Jarrett Clay Gordon.
Natalie Bethany Fisher.
Christopher Caleb Graham.
Miriam Hope Flanagan.
Dante Grenice.
Isabella Maria Felino.
Virgino C. Grenice.
Jasmine Christina Foote.
Thomas Robert Greavy.
Krista Taylor Forbes.
George Kenneth Green.
Ashley Marie Forrest.
Bradley Ryan Greenfield.
Jocelyn Nicole Francis.
Nathaniel Xavier Grimes.
Natalie Elizabeth Frank.
Tyler Stone Gennard.
Kaylin Nicole Frascone.
Brian Gianceja.
Isabella M. Frasine.
Brock M. Gundel.
Allison Fry.
Jason Herring.
Olivia Jean Friday.
Jacob Michael Harris.
Madison Lane Fuller.
Joshua R. Hellauer.
Samantha Ann Garretts.
Ryan M. Henkels.
Alina S. Gonta.
Andrew Michael Horwat.
Abigail Grace Gigliotti.
Matthew Robert Horwath.
Clark Mackenzie Gilmore.
Nathan D. Hunt.
May Elizabeth Georgie.
Tyler David Irby.
Cecilia Rose Golden.
Arden Samuelson Janvier.
Samia Good.
Trevor Austin Jones.
Ashley Gorman.
Eli Charles Jones.
Samantha Govia.
Aaron M. Judge.
Kayla A. Grant.
Nathan C. Kalish.
Melissa C. Grazioso.
Iode Call.
Ashley Marie Green.
Clint D. Keene.
Abigail Ann Grillo.
Daniel X. Kelly.
Anna E. Grimes.
Declan Kennedy.
Amanda Ames Grubb.
Kyle Joseph Kennedy.
Abigail Grace Gubanik.
Anthony Robert Francis Keynote.
Kendall Miyoko Gumby.
Ryan Brandon Kilty.
Anshika Gupta.
James Casella.
Amanda Bridget Guzik.
Kyle Clipon.
Catherine E. Hafer.
Joshua Kabinski.
Rita Fatima Hamid.
Gavin Richard Cook.
Carly L. Hampton.
Noah Curian.
Emma A. Hansen.
Ryan Patrick Laverty.
Sophia Abigail Harvey.
Zachary E. Liedermeyer.
Amaya N. Henderson.
Anthony Joseph Lewis.
Alexis Jade Hennigan.
Shane Ryan Ludgate.
Allison Hennessy.
Joseph Theodore Ludquist V.
Caitlin Marie Henry.
Xavier Michael Lutman.
Grace Alexandra Hepler.
Connor R. Lynch.
Kimberly Grace Hergenhan.
Aditya Madhu.
Emily Nicole Higgins.
Matthew R. Malloy.
Sydney Hilliard.
Jackson Christopher Maloof.
Anaya Z. Hines.
Matthew Stephen Marchese.
Kylie Huang.
Zachary T. Marinello.
Aaron K. Hokinson.
Jack Tally Marsh.
Penelope Jade Horning.
Louis Daniel Mayo III.
Jillian Maeve Horrocks.
Sire McAlvin.
Miranda Joe Hotalon.
Stephen James McCormick.
Grace Howe.
John Edward McGill.
Gabrielle Jean Hauk.
Joseph McGurkin.
Haley H. Hudak.
Francis Joseph McHugh.
Caroline Huff.
Connor James McMahon.
Sarah E. Hunter.
Casey Honor McNelly.
Sydney Taylor Hutchinson.
Daniel Shelton Mead.
Haley Nicole Burgess Hutt.
Danush Mehta.
Talia Nicole Akavetti.
Thomas Ash Mellon.
Hannah Jan.
Michael John Menser.
Kennedy Sky Jarvis.
Andrew R. Merchant.
Christina Jean Pierre.
Nathan F. Merritt Jr.
Nicole Rose June.
Matthew Mest.
Ava Ray Johansson.
Giuseppe Milano.
Omalara Eugenia Joseph.
Matthew Stephen Miller.
Avni Juneja.
Ryan Bates Miller.
Samira K. Kiley.
Tyler Minnick.
Chelsea Farisai Kalanga.
Andrew Miskowitz.
Shannon Nicole Kearney.
Connor Morris.
Anjali Kajarwal.
Jonathan Andrew Minch.
Farnaz A. Kandakar.
Tyler Paul Mullen.
Sarah N. Kippa.
Alexander Daniel Nato.
Julia Suzanne Coates.
Colin Joseph Newfer.
Kelly Y. Labont.
Joseph Riley Niblick.
Livia Aniela Lafredo.
Brandon Alexander Nicolo.
Dasha N. Lagutkina.
Dylan Michael Nowakowski.
Casey Elizabeth Landis.
Enoch Nusel.
Isabella LaPlante.
Joseph M. O'Donnell.
Jamie Lair.
Jack O'Leary.
Jessica Lair.
Zachary Jason Needles.
Madison Lebedzinski.
Thomas L. O'Shaughnessy.
Devin Light.
Sam Patrick Ostrowski.
Ella Louise Leister.
Cameron Brandt Paffett.
Caitlin Elizabeth Leister.
Tyler Alexander Page.
Casey E. Linton.
Akshay Pai.
Victoria Livergood.
James Michael Pollocky.
Brianna A. Luby.
Mason E. Parker.
Suvi Ann Mayanpa.
Akshay N. Patel.
Anna C. Magliente.
Samuel Patrick Pavlica.
Cassandra L. Malandro.
Kiernan Peck.
Grayson Virginia Marchesani.
Stefan Jeremiah Pfeiffer.
Sharice Marshall.
Joshua Peyton Pergine.
Savannah E. Martinez.
Jacob Phillips.
Anushka D. Mata.
Ryan M. Pingon.
Ashley Mattis.
Colton Derek Pollock.
Jessica Aaron Maxwell.
Jack Price.
Callie Ray McCann.
Scott A. Pupak Jr.
Lola Faith McCarrick.
Andrew Leonard Pusak.
Aaliyah A. McCrae.
George C. Puzzi V.
Kayla Cherie McDonald.
Nolan Joseph Ramanjulu.
Brooke Angela McGettigan.
James E. Rambo.
Danielle Rose McNeil.
Anthony Joseph Renalia.
Allison Lee Meyer.
Joshua Alexander Rathman.
Chloe Elizabeth Murak.
Brandon Renschler.
Ria Mohite.
Joshua Thomas Rayum.
Eleanor Shelby Moore.
Samuel John Ritchie.
Rebecca Marie Moore.
Evan Donald Reardon.
Monique Moreau.
Nicolino A. Rocco.
Nicole Megan Mozzarella.
Nathan Romano.
Alyssa Marie Mulhall.
Christopher C. Rush.
Navia Murahari.
Jack Salamone.
Cassidy Murphy.
Gabriel R. Sanders.
Rachel B. Murphy.
Nicholas Andrew Sandy.
Brooke Alexandra Myers.
Jacob M. Santangelo.
Caitlin Carolina Myers.
Nathan Matthew Santiago.
Allison M. Napier.
Daniel Earl Schlichter.
Audrey Meredith Nawa.
Nicholas Seegers.
Morgan L. Nelson.
Aaron M. Shaban.
Gia M. Nguyen.
Samir Shaban.
Brianna Page Nimerichter.
Shlok Shaw.
Isabella Marie Nimerichter.
Anthony Sharp.
Peyton Quinn Nitto.
Zachary P. Sheehan.
Tiffany Nguyen.
Jason David Siegel.
Caitlin Elizabeth Norwood.
Jupjao Singh.
Kathleen Marie O'Callahan.
Zach Robert Scrocky.
Abigail Elizabeth O'Connor.
Matthew N. Schlossberg.
Mackenzie Law O'Connor.
Matthew Connor Smith.
Lucy Ann Olson.
Matthew Solomon.
Jessica Marie Osterman.
Ankush Samanhali.
Christina Grace Palmucci.
Aiden J. Spots.
Jessica Pan.
Alden G. Spots.
Stephanie Elaney Pappas.
Naftali Stein.
Fiona Lee Park.
Colin Straub.
Anushka N. Patel.
Muhammad Imran Sufyan.
Brianna K. Peck.
Trent Swanson.
Lassia Petambaram.
Elias C. Swiss.
Hannah K. Perchicanti.
Salim Nasir Sidner.
Victoria Beatrice Perez.
Samuel Edwin Shamanik.
Ashley M. Person.
Garrett Dean Talbot.
Taylor B. Piano.
Jackson Tarr.
Lauren E. Pinder.
William Neal Taylor.
Molly Catherine Pizzuta.
Nicholas Jeffrey Teets.
Chantel Therese Posey.
Robert A. Tykert.
Alexa Joelle Prince.
Tyler James Tamoyan.
Tanvi Pulapaka.
Ben L. Thompson.
Haley Nicole Rock.
Daniel A. Thorpe.
Paige Elizabeth Redman.
Ryan J. Ting.
Noelle Alexis Reed.
Andrew Tosco.
Jade M. Renninger.
Finbar Joseph Toohey.
Catherine Riley.
James David Tran.
Gabrielle Ann Robillard.
Vance P. Traub.
Elizabeth Marie Romano.
James T. Trithal.
Gianna Marie Roque Luby.
Gavin J. Turner.
Bianca Blue Rossi.
Aaron Jordan Lee Tyther.
Chloe Madeline Royer.
Saxon E. Vargo.
Kimberly N. Rooser.
Michael Weisberg.
Hannah L. Russell.
Luke Volm.
Kelly Rykowski.
Matthew B. Walbridge.
Rachel Elizabeth Romerowitz.
Jared Walski.
Adio Y. Saber.
Quinn Walters.
Abigail E. Salvo.
Elijah Vincent Ward.
Natalie Rose Santa Maria.
Nathaniel G. Warren.
Tristan Michaela Abola Santos.
Luke Troy Watson.
Mackenzie Sierra Savage.
Gregory Tyler Wedemeyer.
Mary Schultz.
Christopher Peter Weiss.
Megan Elizabeth Seifert.
Nicholas Blaze Wenhold.
Ishika Seth.
Jeremy H. Wentworth.
Raina Aaron Shankar.
Andrew Daniel White.
Megan E. Sharkey.
Jackson Whiteside.
Alyssa M. Sharma.
Dustin Willits.
Sherry Shakar.
Thomas D. Wyron.
Annabella Sinclair Hall.
Christopher James Wazensky.
Catherine Megan Seitz.
Riley T. Wright.
Abigail Patricia Skelton.
Alex William Yost.
Kendall A. Slowecki.
Brandon Michael Young.
Elizabeth Smith.
Michael Andrew Zaradnik.
Sky T. Smith.
John Eugene Zawizlak.
Hannah Rebecca Sodakoff.
Brian Alexander Zisk.
Alyssa Mackenzie Sonny.
Connor M. Zorden.
Angela Soar.
Abigail Joy Stanfield. Ashley B. Staples. Alexa Lauren Stone. Kaylee Marie Stone. Gabrielle Marie Studevant. Brooke Nicole Sapina. Samaya Aisha Tate. Kaylee Tennedy. Molly Amanda Thomas. Emily Grace Tiffin. Olivia Catherine Toner. Allison Marielle Tosco. Grace Hale Toth. Morgan Helen Trainer. Skylar Sharon Turner. Lily Anastasia Underkoffler. Felicia Nicole Vagnozzi. Rebecca Mary Valente. Gianna Marie Vallone. Hannah Marie Vital. Savannah K. Wagner. Riley Aaron Wallace.
Madison Alexa Walsh. Brenna Whiteside. Audrey Madeleine Williams. Julia Adina Williams. Ella Marie Whitmer. Joby Marie Wotan. Kaylee R. Wolf. Jessica Louise Wosak. Lindsay S. Yang. Margaret Clark Zazowski.
Lauren Marie Black. Santiago Sosa.
Jamie Harrison Smith. Andrew L. Ram.
speaker stand.